Do you feel like you are living the life that you've chosen to live? Do you feel like society, your family, your friends have all had some type of impact or input on where you are right now? I want to help you to understand that life is all about choices, and you don't have to live a life that was designed for you, which is what a lot of people do. A lot of people, when they're growing up, they are told that this is the path or the direction that they should take. And then gradually along the way, you find that you're making those choices based on what everybody else's input is. And you get to 40 or over 40, and you're realizing this isn't the life that I would have designed for myself, or this isn't the life that I choose to be living. And then now you feel stuck. You're never stuck, and I need you to understand that you can always make a decision to make a change in the direction that you go. I think as we get older, it seems like it's a little bit harder, when in actuality, it should be easier to go ahead and make those shifts and make those changes. Yeah, you have people to think about now. You probably have kids or a spouse, or a household, a home to take care of. And you feel like if you make drastic or major changes in your life, then all of that could just fall apart. You actually have more support the older you get. You have more support. You have people who want to see you win. You have built up a circle probably, or of friends that would be willing to catch you or help you if you fall. And so the choice to make a new decision, or the desire to make a new decision and actually move forward with it, should be a little easier. What's going to help you get there? Like, I want you to think about what would you need? What would it take for you to be able to shift your life, to just totally just turn things around and do something that suits you? My channel is Dream for You. It's manifesting a dream for you, because I want you to stop living someone else's dream. Living in a box that no longer fits you, or running in circles that no longer gel with who you've become. I want you to get to a point to where you say, you know what? I'm ready to live for me. I want you to get to that place where you say, I'm going to make some decisions and move into a direction that works for who I am now and what works with my life. So what do we need to do that? One thing you have to understand is, let's just say the worst case scenario happens. Understanding that 99% of the time, the worst case scenario never even comes to fruition. Go ahead and get familiar with the worst case scenario. Whatever that worst case scenario is in your mind of, if I make this choice to move in the direction that I want to live my life in, what's the worst thing that can happen? So once you identify what that worst case scenario is, go ahead and get comfortable with it. Go ahead and imagine what you would do next, what would be your next move, and go ahead and get used to the idea that if this happens, this is how I'm going to handle it. So you're already prepared for that worst case scenario. And then you go to your support. You go to your support system. You talk to them about the changes you want to make. If it is, in fact, that you're worried about what other people in your family, or how it's going to impact other people in your family, let them know. Bring them in on it. Talk to them about it. But you've got to get comfortable with, I guess, the fear, overcoming the fear, really, of what could happen, what the outcome could be if you choose you. My request, my desire for every woman is to understand that the power you have to live the life that you desire to live, it's right there in front of you. You just have to take a hold of it. Getting over that fear of what the outcome could be, potentially, that's one of the biggest steps. So the key takeaway for today is overcoming the fear of making the move. So live in that worst case scenario. Go ahead and identify what your worst case scenario is. If you make a decision to make a change, live in it, identify what it is. And when I say live in it, I don't want you to go and just like dwell on the worst case scenario. I want you just to identify what you think that worst case scenario is. Understand that that worst case scenario typically never happens. And if it did, that 1% chance that it happened, how would you handle it? There's always an action plan available for what could happen. And once you go ahead and put it in your mind that this is what I will do if that happens, which most likely it won't, but if it does, then you're prepared. So write down what it is that you would rather be doing in your life, what that move is that you'd rather make, what that shift is you'd rather see in your life. Write it down. Identify what scares you about it, and think about how you'd handle that if that happened. That's what I want you to do today, because we're making some shifts. I'm helping you all to get to a place to where you can manifest. That's what my goal is. Manifest your dream life, a dream for you. And it's possible, it can be done, as long as you move in the direction of that desire. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Like and share the video if you're so inclined. And thank you so much for coming back. I'm Joanna M. Cameron. You can follow me on all of my social media under that name. If you want to purchase any books, Joanna M. Randolph, that's where you'll find those on Amazon. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.